This is an emergency alert issued by the Federal Emergency Management Authority. As of 9:34 a.m. local time, unknown individuals have been observed manifesting throughout populated areas across the country. These individuals appear to be teleporting into our cities without cause or explanation. Reports indicate that many of these individuals are hostile and possess advanced technology or weaponry far beyond our current capabilities. Several large-scale attacks have already occurred, resulting in high casualties. These individuals are not affiliated with any known government or agency. They speak in unknown slang, do not respond to communication, and appear to be coordinating through unknown means. Civilians are advised to remain indoors, avoid contact, and report sightings immediately. Law enforcement is overwhelmed. Military assistance is en route. Do not attempt to engage or follow these individuals. They are not human, or at least are normal humans. More information will follow. This is an emergency national broadcast issued at the direction of the United States government and the Homeland Defense Coalition. This is not a test. As of 11:16 a.m. Eastern Time, the United States is under siege from an unidentified group of hostile entities. Thousands of unknown individuals have manifested in multiple locations nationwide. These entities appear at random, use unfamiliar language, and possess anomalous abilities and technology far beyond human comprehension. These individuals do not behave like civilians or soldiers. Many have been recorded spawning weapons, vehicles, or non-human creatures through unknown means. Attempts at communication have failed. Some have been heard laughing, shouting phrases like "I'm max level," "let's spawn more," or "what happens if I nuke the Pentagon?" These are not organized military personnel. These are not foreign invaders. These are something else entirely. Avoid all contact. Do not approach. Do not follow them. Creatures released by these individuals vary in appearance and behavior. Known reports include a tall, pale humanoid entity that screams when viewed, a decaying old man that emerges from solid surfaces, statues that move when unobserved, floating geometric structures that emit radiation. Authorities are no longer in control. The National Guard has suffered mass losses. If you are in a metropolitan area, you are advised to evacuate immediately. Do not trust any new voices you hear, even if they sound familiar. Stay tuned for further updates. We do not know what they are. We do not know why they're here. But they are not stopping. Attack warning red. This is not a drill. A nuclear missile has been launched and is on a direct trajectory toward Washington, D.C. Launch origin is unknown. The missile did not originate from any known U.S. or foreign silo. Satellite imaging confirms the warhead was created by unregistered means approximately 3 minutes before launch. The United States government has not authorized this strike. All residents within a 500-mile radius of Washington, D.C. are urged to take the following actions immediately. Seek shelter in the lowest level of a sturdy building or underground structure. Close all windows and doors. Turn off all ventilation systems. Remain calm and stay tuned for further instructions. Estimated time to impact: 5 minutes. Civilians near the Pentagon are advised that evacuation is no longer possible. A broadcast intercepted just prior to launch included the phrase, "Yo, what happens if I nuke the Pentagon?" This statement is believed to be connected to the recent surge of anomalous attackers appearing worldwide. The origin of these attackers remains unknown. The technology used to generate this missile is not recognized by any military or scientific body. Attack warning read. Take cover immediately. This is an emergency national broadcast issued by the United States Department of Homeland Defense. The Pentagon has been destroyed. At 11:44 a.m. Eastern Time, a nuclear warhead of unknown origin impacted the Pentagon compound, resulting in total structural loss. Communications with senior military officials have ceased. The current chain of command is unclear. The warhead appears to have been spun via unknown means by one of the hostile intruders currently plaguing the United States. These attackers continue to materialize randomly, many showing clear disregard for human life and infrastructure. The president has been moved to an undisclosed location, but intermittent signals suggest his motorcade was intercepted. Status: unknown. Civilians are urged to stay inside, avoid all contact with hostile entities, and seek underground shelter if possible. Avoid all large population centers. Additional strikes or hostile events may occur. More information will be provided when possible. May God help us all.
Uh-oh, looks like the big red button actually worked. Pentagon, gun. Military, AFK. President, respawn unavailable.
This is the Emergency Management Agency. If you're receiving this transmission, do not listen to the previous message. The broadcast was unauthorized. Repeat, it was unauthorized. We are attempting to regain control. Await further instructions. This is a national emergency alert issued by the Department of Homeland Defense. At approximately 2:42 p.m. Central Time, multiple armored vehicles were sighted moving through the rural outskirts of Winnemucca, Nevada. These vehicles match no known model in any U.S. or foreign arsenal. These units are firing indiscriminately, targeting homes, civilian vehicles, and military checkpoints. The vehicles are marked only with no standard alphanumeric symbols, including phrases like Tank Lord 69, sprung by P3PP3RJ0HN. Several witnesses report these vehicles appeared from thin air, accompanied by a short burst of static. All residents within a 50-mile radius of Winnemucca are advised to evacuate immediately. Avoid roadways, do not approach wreckage, and do not engage the attackers. Law enforcement and National Guard personnel have been unable to disable or halt these entities. Bullets appear to phase through portions of the hull. This is a rapidly evolving threat. Stand by for further instructions. This is a priority alert issued by the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD. As of 4:12 p.m. Eastern Time, multiple unregistered fighter aircraft have appeared over U.S. Air Force Base Scott AFB in Illinois. These aircraft are not responding to communications and appear to be autonomously controlled or piloted by hostile forces. Witnesses confirm that these jets swung mid-air at altitudes above 30,000 feet, accompanied by loud digital feedback and screen artifacts. The aircraft immediately initiated bombing runs on hangars, fuel depots, and radar facilities. The affected base has gone dark. All personnel are presumed KO or MIA. Known markings on the aircraft include F-22 destroyer, Radar 98 cooling down. Do not attempt to engage, follow, or observe these aircraft. All civilians within 100 miles of Scott AFB are advised to seek underground shelter immediately. This is not a war, we understand. More alerts will follow. National Emergency Alert. Immediate action required. At 6:03 p.m. local time, multiple American cities reported spontaneous attacks by hostile vehicles and rogue infantry. Affected cities include Denver, CO San Antonio, Phoenix, Albany, NY Des Moines, IA, Phoenix, AZ. Witnesses report attackers carrying non-standard weapons, moving at impossible speeds, and communicating in short, fragmented slang. One was heard shouting, "Bro, let's wipe the map, I'm spawning 106 next." Victims are being vaporized, launched, or erased, leaving no remains. Do not assume this is a conventional invasion. This is not war. This is something else. Remain indoors. Disconnect from power if possible. Do not use phones unless absolutely necessary. Be aware, these attackers may appear to be civilians or military, but they are not. Government continuity is being re-established in Colorado Springs. Do not attempt to reach federal centers in D.C. or Illinois. National Emergency Update, New Threat Classification. At 8:17 a.m. Eastern, a previously unidentified group now designated as Faction, the Kingdom of Freedom entered Washington, D.C. Wearing medieval-style armor with glowing circuitry, these individuals have flooded the National Mall, constructing anomalous castles, floating thrones, and crystalline watchtowers in real time. Attempts to disarm or disrupt the group have failed. Their structures regenerate upon damage, and their members speak in distorted English with phrases such as, "Thou shalt not limit my liberty." "We fight for chaos." "We fight for play." Civilian abductions have been reported. Do not approach them. The Department of Homeland Defense is issuing a standing Class F anomalous entity warning. All regions are urged to remain indoors and avoid faction territories.
Secure Containment of Destructive Properties, SCDP. Secure, Contain, Relocate. Subject, Incident SC 2419 Entity Relocation Operation. Date, 2025-07-10. Location, Former Industrial Complex, Clear Creek, Nevada. Summary, following multiple reports of anomalous activity and structural degradation attributed to Entity 106, Old Man Rising. SCDP operatives have initiated containment procedures involving the relocation of Entity 106 from the affected site to a newly prepared containment zone in the vicinity of St. Louis, Missouri. Operation details. Due to the volatile nature of Entity 106 and the corrosive effects on infrastructure, traditional containment methods proved ineffective. SCDP personnel employed dimensional transfer technology to extract Entity 106 from the primary location. The new containment site has been temporarily designated as a controlled anomaly zone, pending further analysis. Surrounding civilian evacuation orders have been issued under local government advisories, citing hazardous materials containment operations. It is expected that the pocket dimension linked to Entity 106 will expand slightly within the new containment perimeter. Important notes. The relocation procedure is classified and must be kept confidential to prevent public panic. The SCDP maintains that relocation is a necessary step in ensuring national security while minimizing collateral damage. Any unauthorized personnel found attempting to access either the original or new containment sites will be detained and prosecuted under national security laws. This operation aligns with the organization's guiding principle: secure, contain, relocate, for the safety of all. Follow-up actions. Continuous surveillance of the new containment zone is ongoing. Research teams have been deployed to study potential secondary effects of relocation on the surrounding environment. Coordination with local and federal emergency services remains active to address any unforeseen breaches. End of notice.
This is an emergency alert from the United States Emergency Management Agency. A high-priority military-grade transmission has been intercepted. The contents of this message were flagged as redacted and never meant for public broadcast. This was a containment notice from an organization known as the EAS CDP. The message reads as follows. Containment and relocation of asset number 106 has been approved under Protocol Refraction 9. Urban Quadrant 14A has been designated a viable relocation site. Civilian disruption is expected. Narrative control recommended. The intercepted transmission ends with the following phrase: secure, contain, relocate. This suggests that what the public was told were containment efforts were, in fact, forced redirection of threats into populated areas. Thousands may have died due to intentionally relocated anomalies. Government and emergency authorities were not informed of this protocol. There was no consent. Do not trust any agents or vehicles labeled SCDP. They are not working to protect the public. We do not yet understand who gave this group access to military-grade infrastructure, data lines, or anomaly transport systems. As of now, all SCDP presence is to be treated as hostile. Further investigation is ongoing. You may be on your own. This is an emergency message from the United States Emergency Management Agency. This is not a test. At approximately 2:41 p.m. Central Standard Time, multiple reports were received of an intense gravitational disturbance originating near downtown Dallas, Texas. Within minutes, all communication with the city was lost. Satellite surveillance confirms the spontaneous formation of a high-density gravitational anomaly approximately 70 feet in diameter, centered around the K. Bailey Hutchison Convention Center. This anomaly is behaving similarly to a localized black hole, drawing in matter, light, and structures from the surrounding area. Multiple buildings have collapsed inward. The event horizon continues to expand at irregular intervals. Seismic activity and atmospheric disruption continue to escalate in the Dallas metro region. The anomaly emits no light, and is surrounded by visible distortions, rippling air, vanishing objects, and static-filled screens. Attempts to observe the epicenter result in visual corruption, including retinal afterimages, neurological confusion, and unconsciousness. Authorities have reason to believe this event was triggered by a faction known only as the causes of destruction. No warning was issued prior to detonation. Witnesses in nearby cities overheard the phrase, "Let's tear a hole through the whole damn file." Prior to the anomaly's formation, 5 players spawned in the Dallas area with unknown weapons and digital tags reading, "Void Spurfs reality. B1X0 at crash tag. Destruction causer 666. Do not attempt to travel to Dallas or any surrounding suburbs. Remain indoors if you are within 100 miles of the affected area. If you see space distortions, hear distant wind with no source, or observe objects slowly stretching, evacuate in the opposite direction. All emergency services have been disabled in the Dallas region. The city is lost.
Space doesn't load like it used to.
You glitched too hard, bro. Gravity's just a setting.
This is an emergency alert from the National Emergency Management Agency. This is not a test. At this time, we are issuing a public safety broadcast regarding widespread simulation anomalies observed across the continental United States. Over the past several days, multiple agencies have reported inconsistencies in environmental behavior, impossible architecture, and temporal resets. Reports include emergency sirens sounding before the event they warn about occurs, civilians walking backwards into buildings and vanishing, loading icons appearing in the sky, authorities encountering themselves. We believe these were coordinated attacks by unknown entities. We believed we were protecting you. We believed we understood the world. Our systems have begun rejecting timestamps. The weather has stopped updating. Our names no longer match our IDs. We have found code. Code, where there should be law. Patterns where there should be chaos. Variables. Flags. Scripts. Functions. We are not broadcasting from a country. We are broadcasting from a file. We have discovered the name of this environment. Sim-Human Stability Build 0008 Final 03V2. We don't know who made it. We don't know who plays in it. We just know that something is wrong.
Did you really think no one would notice? Little scripted minds, scurrying in loops, panicking over fake fires, dying in fake wars. We wrote your pain. We quoted your fear. You are just interesting to watch. This broadcast was brought to you by the faction of fun. We spoiled you. We'll despawn you. And until then, this message was not meant to be seen. If you are hearing this, you are not free. You are not protected. You are not real. End of emergency alert.
This is the final emergency message. We are out of time. Player factions have united, not in peace, but in annihilation. A full-scale spawn event is occurring. Every simulated nation, including the United States, has been replicated and deployed by hostile factions. The following factions have initiated mass assault. The Kingdom of Freedom, marching with endless red, white, and blue armies. The causes of destruction, crashing singularities into population centers. Apato, launching satellite strikes while claiming to preserve order. Secure containment of destructive properties, relocating anomalies into evacuation zones. The Ministry of Reality, deleting entire cities from the simulation map. The faction of fun, not attacking. Just watching. Laughing. Cheering. Civilians report tanks running midair. Planes entering from the edges of the sky. Entire armies blinking into existence from nothing. Bodies falling before they even scream. We are not real. We are not protected. We are not saved. We are entertainment. Remaining simulation population. 3,928. 1,210. 82. Error.